When he goes into the hospital, which will be in about a month, I'd love you to come back here and fill in for him until he recovers. And I said I'd be honored. He sent me this really nice note. And I never publicized it. And the reason I never publicized it is because I had a lot of enemies in town. But, you know, it's a small business. And George Slaughter heard about it. And George Slaughter managed to talk CNN into not letting me fill in for Larry King. So I lost that opportunity. Okay, but I must tell you, I was an early fan. You know, there are two people I listened to all the time on radio. One was Art Bell, who was by far the best of all the late-night talk show hosts, and the other was Larry King out of your home state, Florida, in the early days. I loved him. He had a really good voice. He had interesting guests, and it was late at night, and it was really relaxing to listen to. So I was an early fan. Anyway, when I got involved with Mr. Garrison, I heard some really unbelievable stories. And, you know, what happened is that Jim Garrison was destroyed, of course, by the CIA and by the media, but by the local New Orleans newspaper, who broke the story that Jim Garrison was spending $8,000 of the city's money to investigate the murder of John Kennedy. And they wanted to cut off the $8,000. I mean, the U.S. government was spending billions to prove that Oswald did it, and Garrison was countering with $8,000, and they took it away from him. Well, what happened, people do not know about. The entire financial community and business community in New Orleans rallied around Jim Garrison. And they created this group called Truth or Consequences. And the leader of it was Jim Garrison, and his nickname was Winston Smith. Do you know who Winston Smith is?
No, I don't.
The lead character in 1984.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay, and his right-hand man was one of the wealthiest men in New Orleans, so they were funding his investigation. The guy was a famous horse bettor and a horse player, and of course he knew Larry King because Larry King was a horse player. So what this fellow did is he went to Miami, and he was on Larry King's late-night show. And, of course, Larry's asking him what's going on with Jim Garrison. And this guy is telling him about all the wonderful information that Garrison is uncovering about Oswald, about David Ferry, about Clay Shaw, about George Bush Sr., about everybody, and what the CIA and the media were doing to try to destroy him. I mean, it was such a compelling... I mean, you couldn't turn off the set. And then when he started to mention the fact that he was one of the people that helped organize Truth or Consequences because they want to fund Garrison's continuing investigation. Within hours, $50,000 was sent in by listeners from all around North America. $50,000 sent for Jim Garrison's investigation. And guess how much Jim Garrison got?
Zero? How much?
Absolutely zero. And the reason he got absolutely zero is because yours truly, Larry King, king of late night radio, stole it to pay off his horse bets. He lost $300,000 gambling on horses. And Garrison never got the money. The state of Florida convicted him only of stealing $5,000. It broke my heart to hear that story, but that story is told convincingly and factually in the American media in the second assassination of President John F. Kennedy, and then you see the police profile shots of criminal Larry King. Now, the truth about Larry King and everyone, including Dan Rather, now here you have an ordinary street reporter talking about the Zapruder film and lying to us about the direction that the head goes He said it goes forward after being shot in the back. When you see the Zapruder film 12 years later on Geraldo Rivera's late night show, we see that we were lied to for a dozen years by the media and by the government. So, but in any way, that story is told factually there, and it absolutely and totally broke my heart, but I had no choice but to tell that story, and it's there. But everybody, Dan Rather, here Walter Cronkite is the great-grandfather of American news. He should have been telling us about the Zapruder film. They assigned it to Dan Rather, and guess what? Who replaces Walter Cronkite as the $8 million man? Dan Rather. Everyone who lied, attacking Jim Garrison and promoting the Warren Report, got the carrot. There's a wonderful chapter in the book called The Carrot and the Stick, and it points out all of these personalities who became famous supporting the lie of the Warren Report, and the handful who were destroyed by trying to tell us the truth about what happened to John Kennedy in Dealey Plaza. And Larry King turned out to be one of those benefactors. Now, how on earth... who was the guy that created CNN?
I know what you're talking about. Ted.
Yeah.
We know what you're talking about. Ted.
Yeah, he married Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda, right?
God, I have a block. I have a block.
Me too.
Yeah, but in any event, the thing is, why would this guy pick Larry King to be on his new network, CNN?
Ted Turner.
Did Larry King have something on Ted Turner? Did the CIA have something on Ted Turner, and they encouraged Ted Turner to hire Larry King? Now, what you have for the last couple of days, you have every talking head on television falling all over themselves, praising a guy that had 8 wives and stole $50,000 from Jim Garrison. I mean, Trump didn't even have 8 lives. I mean, what does that tell you about a person? I saw Larry King just one time, like Henry Kissinger. I saw Kissinger one time. Kissinger was with Jill St. John, half his age and absolutely gorgeous. And what Kissinger said when somebody asked him, God, how does he get people like that, gorgeous women like that hang out with him? He said, it doesn't matter what you look like. If you are successful and famous, that's the greatest aphrodisiac to any woman. And that is true. And I saw Larry King with one of the sleaziest looking women that I have ever seen, that I will not name, in Los Angeles. I mean, that's what he dated. That's what and he was a fame junkie. He would do anything. He wanted to be a sportscaster. He tried to do stuff broadcasting the Washington Capitals hockey games. He tried to do everything. I, remember him fondly from the early days, but not what he turned into.
Well, no love lost there for sure between John Barbour and Larry King. It seems to be for good reason, too. Check out John Barbour at johnbarbersworld.com. You won't be disappointed. There's the classic TV. This guy's been involved in everything. Your Mother's Not a Virgin, which is endorsed by Ed Opperman Sr., okay? And also to the Garrison tapes, part 1 and 2, which you can find on iTunes and Amazon Prime, too, I believe as well, right? Amazon Prime, you're saying?
Yeah, and you're going to be stunned, Ed, if you go to the new book, John Barbour, the wittiest man in Canada, by the endorsements of people like Neil Simon and Harlan Ellison and a bunch of other really famous people about the writing that is in this book. I love talking to you. Love hearing about your daughter, and I want to come back sometime because I want to tell you the story. I snuck into the United States illegally when I was 17. I want to tell you the really hilarious story that should be a movie about my first arrest and first deportation from the United States.
Absolutely. We'll look forward to that. Thank you so much, John Barbour.
Okay, thanks, Ed. Good luck to you. Bye-bye.
And now a word from our sponsors, emailrevealer.com.
People ask me all the time, hey, Ed, are you still a private investigator? I sure am. Go to emailrevealer.com. We handle adoption investigations, infidelity investigations, where you give us your spouse's email address. We trace it back to online dating websites, catch them cheating online. Email tracing, locate or identify somebody from as little as an anonymous email address. Someone owe you money? Back child support? We can find that deadbeat, locate his hidden assets, find his current place of employment, and even assist you in obtaining a judgment and recover that judgment for you. Emailrevealer.com, digital forensics, computer forensics, cell phone forensics, recover deleted text messages, create a report that you can use in court. Emailrevealer.com, 800-572-9762. The Opperman Report is brought to you by Aquadam.net. You can give them a call at 707-764-2119. A flooded home is never easy to deal with. You're left with the mess to clean up, the insurance companies to deal with, and not to mention all the memories, the precious memories that are lost in the flood. You can never replace those. And Aquadam can be a tool in your arsenal to protect your home and property from the floodwaters. The cofferdam is filled with water to control water and is reusable as long as it's taken care of. It can protect your home or business from rising floodwaters like a dam, but without the beavers. It can also be used in construction. If you need an area to be dewatered, an Aquadam can do the job. An Aquadam was used at SeaWorld in Orlando for the Mako roller coaster ride during the coaster's construction by dewatering the work area. An Aquadam is now dewatering the work area at San Antonio SeaWorld for their newest roller coaster ride. An Aquadam has been used in many construction projects all around the U.S. and all around the world. Now give Aquadam a call, 707-764-2119. You can look them up online at aquadam.net. You can find them on Facebook at Aquadam Inc. You call them up, you email them, you tell them Ed Opperman sent you, and they're going to take 10% off the price. Aquadam.net, 707-764-2119.
Have you ever thought about opening your own mobile cart or kiosk business? Maybe the facility you manage could establish new revenue by adding coffee, food, or retail services. Cart King International can be the answer to your needs. Cart King is a North American designer and manufacturer of the finest mobile coffee, food, and retail carts and kiosks. Cart King has been working with clients and corporations across North America for 20 years, providing innovative designs, custom manufacturing, and timely delivery. Carts and kiosks are fun, and so are the dozens of designs on our website. Please visit us today at www.cart-king.com or just call us at 1-877-986-7771 and get your sales rolling.
If you find yourself in need of legal representation, it can be a very stressful time in your life. In my career, I have dealt with thousands of lawyers, I've dealt with thousands of law firms, and I can confidently recommend to you Keith M. Davidson at kmdlaw.com. Available 24 hours, 7 days a week. Just log into kmdlaw.com. That's kmdlaw.com. Or you can call toll-free 833-4KMD-LAW. That's 833-4KMD-LAW. Personal injury, wrongful death, STDs, sexual assault, car accidents. They handle it all efficiently and professionally. It doesn't matter how imposing the opposition may be, because the team at kmdlaw.com are battle-tested and fierce. They will not stop until justice prevails. Go to kmdlaw.com or call toll-free 833-4KMD-LAW. If you're in for the fight of your life, stop screwing around and contact KMD Law. PureSoapFlakes.com, 218-568-2525. Have you ever heard of Castile Soap? Pure Soap Flake Company handcrafts fine soap bars, laundry powder, and concentrated soap flakes using organic vegetable oils from their northern Minnesota facility. Bathe your body and wash your clothes with Pure Soap products that are free of fragrance, GMOs, palm oil, sodium lauryl sulfate, and synthetic additives. Keep it clean, folks. Pure Soap Flake Company products are kind to living creatures and sensitive skin, safe for drains and waterways, and work great in high-efficiency washers and top and front-loading machines. They have a little promotion going on. Contact them to order some soap. Mention the Opperman Report. You're going to get a free gift. Order today at puresoapflakes.com or give them a call, 218-568-2525, 218-568-2525. Pure Soap Flake Company is a proud member of the Handcrafted Soap and Cosmetic Guild.
Are you ready to change your life, but don't know how to start? Is your stress and worries keeping you awake at night? Have you been battling grief, anxiety, or depression all alone? Have you lost touch with your own sense of being or spirituality? Soul Free Therapies offers professional and affordable live video streaming counseling and coaching services from the comfort of your own home. Sessions offered in English, Spanish, and Portuguese. Go to our website at www.soul-free.com and book your first